Welcome back, sports fans. It's Amy. So yesterday I gave you a brief introduction into our new module on healthy sexuality, and we had a little bit of a discussion about penis size and the anxiety that's associated with penis size. I think from now on I'm going to include the word penis as part of the title of every video I post, because the mere mention of the word penis and the number of views just shut up. That was a really very bad pun. I promise it will be the only pun today. Okay, anyway, I am going to make you familiar today with your parts, your man parts and your lady parts. You might be asking, why is it important in a sex offender rehabilitation program for me to know my parts? Well, maybe a little healthy respect for your amazing body. That wouldn't hurt. And also, it's your body. You should know your own parts as a living, breathing human walking the face of the earth. All right? I'm going to give you some glossary words today, and I'm going to show you some illustrations. I can't promise how clear these illustrations are going to be here on the video. Sometimes things are not super clear. Sometimes they read backwards. Anyway, so I'm going to repost them on Twitter and on Facebook and on Instagram. So let's get to it. First of all, there are parts that men and women both have. There is the anus. Yes, the ever popular anus, which is the opening to the lower intestine, the rectum. It opens to the rectum. Then there is the bladder, which is the organ that holds our urine. And then there is the rectum, which is the lower part of the large intestine. And then there is the urethra, and this is the very narrow passageway from the bladder to the exterior of the body where urine can pass through. And in men, it is also where sperm passes through. All right, so first let's get to the guys, all right? There, to start with, there is something called the corpus cavernosum, and that is the area of the penis that fills with blood during an erection. Then there is the corpus spongiosum, which, kind of like it sounds, it is the spongy body or the erectile tissue of the penis, and the urethra runs through the middle of that, which is kind of cool because it serves a purpose of kind of protecting the urethra also. All right, now let's get to my very fancy illustrations. All right, so you can see this stuff. All right, first we're going to talk about the Cowper's gland. All right, I'll get my glasses on. I don't know how well you can see this, but the Cowper's gland is right around here. And the Cowper's gland is super duper amazing. Why is it amazing? Because what it does, it is a pair of glands under the prostate and under the prostate and on either side of the urethra. And what it does is it secretes this fluid into the urethra. Why is that so cool? Well, because the fluid that it secretes neutralizes the acid that might be left from urine so that the sperm can pass through safely. How cool is that? Without the Cowper's gland, sperm would hit this acidic environment and it would kill your sperm. Our bodies are so amazing. All right, what's next? Next is the epididymis. Now, the epididymis, hold on, I don't know if you can see this very clearly, and everything as predicted is backwards. All right, but the epididymis is here, and this is, hold on, can you see it? I don't know if you can really see it. It is a long cord-like structure, all right, and what it does is it is at the back of the testicles, and you see that it is where mature sperm is stored. Then we have the glands right here, and that is just the head of the penis. Then we have the penis itself right here, which is the male organ for sexual intercourse and the passageway for sperm and for urine. Then you have the prostate, all right, which you should be getting your prostate examined, right? You should be getting your prostate examined. It's right here. You should be getting that examined or do a self-examination. It is a gland in men that surrounds the urethra and the neck of the bladder, and this secretes a fluid, and this fluid is one of the components of semen. Your prostate muscles actually help propel seminal fluid. All right, then we have the scrotum. That is right here. And the scrotum is a muscular pouch that contains the testicles. Then we have the seminal vesicle. And the seminal vesicle is, there are two structures that contribute to the majority of the fluid in the ejaculate. And the sperm, which you cannot see on this, is the male fluid of fertilization. It is the mature reproductive cell. Then we have the testicles, which are inside the scrotum. These are the male sex glands, and they produce sperm and male hormones. Then we have the vas deferens. And the vas deferens, that is a duct that transports sperm from the epididymis all the way to the seminal vesicles. All right? Now, the ladies. Can't forget the ladies. All right, here are the ladies. I have a couple pictures for the ladies. All right, here's the ladies. Now, right here, we have the cervix, and it's this area right here. And that is the opening. It's a narrow end of the uterus. Now, here we have the clitoris, or the clitoris. Do you see it? It's really there. It's really there, all right? It's not some phenomenon. If you want to see it on here, this is a better view right there. All right. Now, this is the erectile organ of the female located in the upper part of the vulva. You see it? It's there. No GPS needed. Okay, the endometrium. The endometrium is the lining of the uterus. Okay, then the uterus is here. And it is the lining of the uterus. The fallopian tube. I apologize for my coughing. The fallopian tube is right here. This long, skinny tube. And it is sometimes called the oviduct. And it's the passageway that the egg or the ova follows, going from the ovary to the uterus. All right, I'm going to show you on here for these two. The labia majora. It's here. You see? Right here. Those are the outer lips of the vulva. The labia minora, that's inner. And those are the inner surface lips of the vulva. The mons pubis, that's right here. Right in this area. Because what it does is the covering or the soft layer of fatty tissue that goes over the pubic bone. And see, this is the pubic bone here. So this right here, this area, that would be the mons pubis. The ovary. See that right there? This is the female gonad, and it produces ova or eggs and female sex hormones. Now, the uterus. That's here. You see that? That is where a fetus develops. And then the vagina. The vagina is this right here. So you can all stop calling the outside the vagina, because the vagina is inside. It is this long sheath-like canal in the female, and it extends from the vulva, which is the outer portion, all the way up to that cervix. All right, the vulva, that is the exterior female genitalia that you've been calling a vagina all this time. It's a vulva. All right? There you have it. Didn't I tell you? We are truly amazing creatures. I apologize, I have a cold. I'm going to post these pictures on Facebook, on Instagram, and Twitter so you can get a better look at them. Next time, we will start talking about sex and gender. All right? Until then, please subscribe. Please contact me on Twitter, on Facebook, on Instagram, or through this channel, which people have done this week, which is wonderful. All right? And until next time, be well.